Ah, would you look at that. Subaru in its natural habitat on jack stands. But I have a good reason why. And I'll show you in just a second here. Yes, it is still sitting up. So if you see this, this is actually the back end of the transmission for the car. And I'm swapping it to rear wheel drive so I can drift it. So I'm replacing that, or actually putting that in replace of this. So this is what you would adjust to make the car 50-50 power to the front to the rear, or I think it's like 70-30, and you can change it up a little bit. So I'm taking this out and putting that other piece in to make the car rear wheel drive so I can drift it. Who drifts these? I know like maybe 2 people that drift WRXs. So, want to be the next guy. Want to try it out. Want to see what it's like. And we'll finish her up. And yes, I brushed over this crazy mess right here. So this is my axle stubs that I'm going to be making. I have a couple right here. So this guy's cut. That one's cut down already. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit. I'm going to cut both of these down, and then I have to get this one off and then cut that one down just so it's less hanging around. And one nice thing about this kit is if I want to, all I have to do is put the front axles back in, which those are still in there right now. I have to get those out. And if I want to put those axles back in, it's back to all-wheel drive. Simple. Easy, easy, easy. So I really like this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be different. I'm going to see what it's like. So for those people that are a little bit more interested in how this crap works, so this again is replacing that whole unit. And how it goes into the car is you'll have 2 drive shafts coming out of the transmissions. I don't know what they're actually called, but they're both drives different parts of the transmission. I'll show you that in a second. But this replaces this, which has a bunch of clutch packs inside. And what you do is you got the splines on the back, put it on here, wiggle it on, and this gear drives this top gear, which is what pushes to the rear differential. And I will show you in a second what the front of it looks like. Alrighty, this is a little difficult. Alright, so this is the 2 drive shafts that I was telling you about that come out. So this bigger round outer one, I can't even, hold on, that one, that drives to the rear, or that bottom gear that I just showed you, and then drives to the rear wheels. This one actually drives the front wheels. And what I have is it's going to lock both of those together as one unit and giving it a 50-50 drive split. And if I just pull the front axles, which I'm going to, I have rear wheel drive. And I can put the front axles back in and all wheel drive. Awesome. Yay, and due to movie magic, the whole bottom of the car is back together. Yay, now I have to pull the axles out. Long process, I didn't want to film it all because it's kind of boring. So I got the axle nut off. I'm going to pull these axles. I got 2 sitting right there I can plug in on this side. I have to cut the other 2 down. But so far so good, we're getting close. Yay, got this axle out. Just so you guys know, I just pulled a sway bar end link. Come here, light. Be correct. Sway bar end link off, shock off, and I got enough angle to the dangle to pull the axle out. And then replacing those are my stubs. So this one goes into the actual transmission itself, and this one's for the spindle or the outside, because those need to stay together, otherwise you blow the bearing up. We're almost done. A couple more steps, and she's gonna be the first little spin go around. See what happens, and maybe I'll drift it. Oh. And just like this, we're gonna turn on the car and see it in all its glory. Give me 1 second. take it out for a test drive, make sure nothing breaks. There you have it. So far, it's driving fine. Driving down the street just fine. No problems so far. The only thing that I noticed is some drivetrain slop, if you will. The center bushing really isn't a bushing. It's more of just like a rubber, I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, the two-piece drive shaft will move all over the place, and it's really annoying. So I need to get a single-piece drive shaft, but we'll see if we can do a couple of skids. Nothing serious, because there's people everywhere. And see if we can see something rear-wheel drive action. And if it blows up, I'm in a parking lot, so I can park. That'd be cool. Well, there you have it. Rear-wheel drive WRX STI. Got two things to fix. One being the drive shaft, because it makes a lot of noise, because that part that I was kind of explaining to you. And then the other one, I got to turn traction control off somehow. There's no button on this car, and I already disconnected the yaw sensor in between the passenger and driver seat, so it's not that. I might try doing like an ABS line to see if that helps, but traction control is still on. I wouldn't. You can hear it in the video where the RPMs pick up and then drop real quick, and then it sounds like I'm struggling to get back into boost. It's because I'm still on throttle, but the car is just closing the butterfly valve, or the butterfly for the intake, so it's controlling electronically to keep the power like planted, if you will, to be safe. But other than that, car drives fine. Love it. It's awesome. It's way more fun than I was expecting. Definitely has more than plenty of power to play with. So in the next video, maybe we'll disconnect that traction control, or figure out a way in the next video, and then have a little bit more fun, like an actual video of me sliding around closed track in Mexico. I don't know. Stay tuned.